Hey everybody, it's Greg, and it's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Saturday, October the 28th, and a couple things today. I want to give you my NFL pick at the end of the show. We've hit that 3 weeks in a row, and I want to give you another pick. Um, you know, I gotta say, well, first of all, it's beautiful here in Pennsylvania today. It's like summertime again. 82 degrees. Although tomorrow there's going to be a big drop. It's going down to like 62. And then by the middle of next week, Halloween, 53. So I think this is the last of summer until the last warm weather we're going to have until next year. Sadly, I'm not looking forward to the winter time, but it is what it is, right? So, I'm just about over the Phillies. I just don't want to talk about it, but I have to. Um, but I am. I can't bear to watch the World Series though. Although I heard the game was really great last night. Texas pulled it out in 11 innings over the Snakes. Um, but I just can't bring myself to watch the World Series yet. Maybe in time, maybe next week, but I can't. Just knowing that the Phillies should be there, I don't know. I just can't do it. Um, but I am. I'm just about over the heartbreak of the Phillies again. It's like I said before. It's like having a relationship. You fall in love, and we fell in love with this team. They were rock stars. We fell in love with the team. They fell in love with the fans. It was a mutual bromance, so to speak. And then you had to have your heart broken like that. It's not easy to get over it. So probably the worst thing is nightmares. I'm having nightmares now of being in the men's room at Citizens Bank Park. Like I said last week, the men's room is like the most honest place on earth. Think about it, because I've got these nightmares of this people, like these guys, like yelling out of these big stalls. Wake the f up, wake the f up, because that's what they were doing when I was in there. All these guys like hollering all of a sudden at the top of their lungs for no reason. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. And the one guy, I'm washing my hands, and he's walking out of the men's room, clapping his hands really hard. Hopefully he washed his hands too, I don't know. And he's yelling at the top of his lungs, let's go, wake the F up, let's go. I'm having nightmares of that, on hearing this tinkling in the and you hear this like, come on, boys, let's go, come on. I don't know what are they talking about? Let's go as far as the urinals, or let's go uh, win the baseball game. Anyway, um, so today we're going. I need a break. Well, let me tell you about today, and let me tell you about last night. I've got so much to talk about. Today we're going to go see the Lads of Liverpool. These are guys who grew up with the Beatles, knew the Beatles, played the music with the Beatles. Billy J. Kramer, who had a few hits on his own in England. Terry Sylvester, who played with the Hollies, Bus Stop, all those great songs. And Joey Mullen, who played with the ill-fated band Bad Figure. And Bad Figure. And they're touring all together, and they have music and stories. It's a Beatles themed show, so it should be fun. Since I'm a big Beatles fan, this should be a lot of fun. And to see these guys in person, these guys were like icons, legends. back in the British invasion days in the mid 60s. To see them in person is going to be really cool. So that's one thing. And then last night, I just had to get away from sports. I had to get away from sports. So I said to Holly, let's let's watch something other than sports on TV. I mean, there was basketball on and hockey and stuff. I said, college football. I said, da, da, da. So we decided to watch a movie, like Halloween themed movie. And so what could we watch? Uh, Nothing too creepy or gory, like aliens. Uh, so we decided to watch Beetlejuice. Remember Beetlejuice? Michael Keaton played Beetlejuice in the 80s. And it was like this big movie back then. And people loved Beetlejuice. And so when we watched it again, with some almost 40 years later, and I'm watching Beetlejuice, and I'm thinking, how stupid is this movie? It just didn't make any sense to me. It had a lot of good actors. Alec Baldwin, he was very, very young back then. And he didn't have the gray hair. And, Gina Davis. So I like Gina Davis. She was actually born 2 months after me. Uh, Same year. Uh, Gina Davis was in it. Dick Cavett. Dick Cavett, he's still alive, by the way. And I really liked Dick Cavett as a talk show host. As an actor, he sucked. Oh, talk about wooded. Oh my God. He was terrible. Robert Goulet. Remember Robert Goulet was this singer with this big voice. The dream, the impossible. And he was in it. He was bad. Um, they had all these like famous faces, famous actors. Winona Ryder or whatever her name is. She played this creepy, depressed chick. Uh, but Michael Keaton was the best part of the movie. Uh, he really got into Beetlejuice really well. But the problem is, Michael Keaton doesn't come into the movie until like a quarter of the way through, and they have this build up, and it was just the more I watched, I thought, what the hell? This was popular back in the 80s. It sucked. It was really, I just didn't get it. It was just pointless. Tim Burton, that weirdo who made a lot of other creepy movies after that, was the director. And, I just, some things don't age as well as they used to, unlike myself. But I don't know. I just, it was a break from sports, let me tell you. All right, so before I go for the weekend, because I won't be on tomorrow, Sunday, even God rest me, I'm going to give you my NFL pick. Now, last week, I told you to take, A.J. Brown is on this run. Uh, Last week was 5 weeks in a row that he has gotten at least 125 yards receiving. And last week, he tied a record. A.J. Brown and Calvin Johnson, Megatron, who used to play for the Detroit Lions, the only two receivers in the NFL history to have 125 yards receiving 5 games in a row. And that was a winner. That was a winner. That was like plus 2 on 300 or something. It was really good odds. So I'm thinking we're going to go back to the well this week because A.J. Brown didn't come all this way to just be tied with Megatron. He wants the record for himself 6 weeks in a row. So my thinking is take A.J. Brown one more time, go back to the well, at least 125 yards receiving tomorrow against the Washington team, whatever they call themselves. And actually, we're getting a break because if you go and you look at the alt, and I think his regular line is 88.5 yards. That's the basic line. But if you look inside and you see the alternate receiving yards, the most you can take is 120. So that's even better. You take 100. So he wants to get 125 for the record. For our purposes, we only need 120. So that's my recommendation this week. Let's see if we hit 4 weeks in a row, okay? We'll see. Anyway, everybody have a great Saturday and a fun Sunday. Watch NFL football. Tonight the Sixers are on. They're in Toronto. Who cares? The Flyers are on this afternoon. They play at home against the Ducks. They don't call themselves the Mighty Ducks anymore of Anaheim. They're just the Ducks. And college football. So it's you don't want to watch the World Series. Forget that. But it's a whole plethora. How's that for a word? Of sports today and tomorrow. So everybody have fun. Whatever you do, enjoy the weather today because it looks like this is the last gasp of warm weather until next year. So have a great day, whatever you guys do. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I'll be back again on Monday with another edition of Unbreakable. We'll talk about the Eagles and hopefully their victory against Washington. I'll give you a little review of the show I'm going to see today, Lads of Liverpool. And whatever the hell else I can think of to talk about. I don't know. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Maybe we'll get the dogs in here on Monday too. Whatever the dogs are on, I get more people who watch. Go figure. Anyway, take care, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Bye for now.